right, good morning, big one, another holiday edition. I've been rather on a little sad note because Chelsea and TV and shit. But see, there's something you need to understand, and you may sound common. We'll get into the details and why I don't agree with maybe and and what people have been saying. I think that the Axel Desassi conversation, it's been a little bit skewed. People are already saying say Maresca out and this and stuff. I don't know where people got all of those things from. But again, you may do come, of course, another holiday edition. Hi, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So I want to subscribe to the channel now. I'm pleading like always. Subscribe to the channel, turn your notification, make it sure so notification turn and you do choose all. Send me a bell anytime content ever drop you are and we are first to have it. Or I see on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And Merry Christmas and of course Happy New Year starting I have much say I share content I'm for force when you be no more enjoying because thank you very much. We said you was saying thank you very much. Of course, and then there are also going to be some Betway picks. If you want to enjoy some Betway picks there, then go to the description of the video. Na pick a quotes and enjoy everything that you get over there. But first of all, the big conversation is the fact that Chelsea are recalling a centre back because of another video see or Ipswich Town, Portman Road. Let me explain. So, my comment several times say when you play against low blocks, who brought to the extent that you need to be spot on with your press and counter press, and you're non-negotiable. See, be any one. It can go and complement that, or it can go and replace that. It doesn't happen. In fact, in the conversation, in the grand scheme of playing against low blocks, you need to get an aggressor, and the aggressor's job is to press and counter press. And I don't know, two things Enzo Maresca here, or the squad profile in Inti or man here, or because of the absence of certain players in T, he was forced to do, and it affected the game plan to a T. And I will explain, like I always do, maybe explanations, pa. So one of the things that was important, and he said, so what's here before the game? Now, Chelsea sporting directors now I contacted Boca Juniors for Akacho himself. Boy do on team on my friend Aaron Anselmino, a Argentine centre back, a young boy, I think around 21 years. And to the extent that Fabrizio Romano Munina Babe tweeted about this Chelsea for na friend Angel Aaron Anselmino coming into the January transfer. January transfer no, just a few hours officially, baby. And so now go for be bisa questions to Enzo Maresca say adding then now be in the January centre back one Chelsea with problems. I see a centre back na centre back it me be shame no mo say Sanyo man no bobo no ne sane man it to centre back. Then make a hand now say I don't think Chelsea will buy a centre back in January. What they would rather do is somebody to a permanent senior centre back on in the summer. And again, I saw a report from Jacobs Ben and Chechi who said Chelsea Fono believes that they have other players they would want to utilize them in midfield. They would rather go and bring Andre Santos or Kanich or Gochuku to come and play the 6 and 8 role than just say okay, Omo for centre back for our midfielder. So Chelsea went ahead, contacted Boca Juniors. The boy we Tony Frimo and you person back. Oh, I see you realize this will cry in the preliminary as a we want to bring the boy back to Chelsea. More fun man. So what we do as we will see whether we use him in January or not. And just before the Ipswich game, the news was all over the place. Say Chelsea Eric Cole Brent here, your friend Aaron Anselmino, and that's exactly how it was on from Fabrizio. I say Aaron Anselmino is joining Maresca's squad with immediate effect, ready to start training in Cobham from next week. In fact, what I heard is that after the Ipswich match, and now England, I'll show you videos and pictures of a branch of friend Aaron Anselmino all fly from Argentina, or England to go and join Enzo Maresca team. And then the team has a day off, and I think for tomorrow over the weekend, no more again. Then they have a day off, and in there, no, a branch of friend Aaron and Selmino will train with the team and then try and see so being a starting bet or Hormana. Why is Anzo and Selmino this important for him? Why did Chelsea buy Anselmino and recall him as a stand now from Boca Juniors? Anselmino ever traveled to London as yesterday and then Cobham this morning. Anselmino so we do Chelsea already. By latest, when the Chelsea be training on the 3rd of January, and that's the Chelsea will resume training. On be remove normally a branch of friend Aaron Anselmino I started training conversation will be remove Chelsea. Now let me explain something to you. So Becker, me can maybe say Wesley Fofana is probably the most important player to Chelsea defense now. Yes, Levi-Cole, an excellent line breaker, CCB, control on the ball, or you're good in breaking passing links, or passing breaking lines on the ball. But without the ball, so we a team beats Chelsea, that's all ball with the front foot, all on the front footer. You need two profile of centre backs, unless you are new to Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. That's what probably this will be alien to you. You need a cat and dog profile, and the dog's job is to work like a dog will feel. The dogs are very aggressive. Nipa onimono, the dog is going to be very aggressive. The dog will step up. They will be in the faces of these people. They will try and protect you because of my human. The cat is more tactful. If you only people from nothing, or one in the Nina for baby enough for Ogeji Nipano, is this somebody that have to be careful of? So you always need a cat and dog. In the absence of Wesley Fofana, Mekani 2 games ago, Chelsea are considered the most XGs in the absence of Wesley Fofana. Now, you can't fault Tosin Adrebiayo because his nature is not to be the aggressor or the aggressor naturally. He is a calm, gentle player or pacifier or calming down team, or you're the top organizer, leader from a children. So you force somebody like Levi-Cole to be the aggressor. But Levi-Cole any aggressor. And now show your match, Nibia. Liam Delap every day always will look at, and teams not prepared to come and play against Manchester. So center back could be to say Liam Delap. Or be arming with the information of the 2 center backs. They are all running towards our channel. So every ball I switch one ball down the channel was to the right channel. Now, why the right channel? There were 2 players. One, Axel Sassi. One player, Mijitum said, now Enzo Maresca got it wrong. Profile was to play Axel Sassi. Now, there are 2 parts of it. Now, the first part, and he said, se upe obia no be dealing with Aaron and Selmino physical, and it's man in the right channel. It was Axel Sassi. The problem, however, was that Axel Sassi is good at defending his box, area dwells, putting his body on the line. But you don't get the best out of Axel Sassi when you are dominating the ball. So you realize that every time Liam Delap's run was towards the right channel, because whilst Axel Sassi is good, can bully and fight him and stuff like that, the target was Tosin Adrebiayo, who isn't the most physical of the 3 center backs now. Who isn't the best aggressor, who isn't the most combative, who has issues with physicality, and he knew that he could bully him. He's a nice guy. There's nothing wrong with that. So the runs were targeted there for a reason. So from the blast of the whistle, long ball goes long centrally. He knows that he will find Tosin Adrebiayo. If he goes the right channel, he knows that Tosin Adrebiayo is sometimes forced to come and defend that area. He will go in with him and consistently tormented Chelsea. Consistently. And like I said, if you look at the second goal clearly, you agree. Say there was no point Enzo Maresca starting with Axel Sassi. But there are 2 things that came up the top of my head. One, you see, in the grand scheme of things and in the short term, yes, Sanka will be to say Joshua Champion started our match. But then away from that, you can also agree that you are looking at the team dynamics of the long term. Where there's a senior player and you just bypass them and play a younger person. You're looking at that thing. Yes, it doesn't make too much sense, but the coach wants to balance it. You give Axel Sassi a chance. Now, I feel the next match, he has every right not to play Axel Sassi and then throw in Joshua Champion to go and play there, which is very, very important in that regard. You look at it from that scheme, you look at it from that area, look at it from that point of view, and you understand them to an extent. But in the biggest contest, the main contest of the conversation is that Chelsea needs that aggressor at RCB. And Not reports and everybody say Chelsea person of friend Aaron and Semeno or person of friends Aaron and Semeno or my contacted boy no boy with a free Boca Juniors. There was some injury in the past, but they realized that the boy is recovering. Inside there, call Aaron and Semeno. Let him come and join the team and start training on the 3rd of January. Let him start see if Enzo Maresca will like him, because the profile is an aggressive centre back that can be a good partner to Leverkusen. Because the truth is that they are not seeing Wesley Fofana, because when Wesley Fofana comes in, he can also have an injury issue. Now, one of the things that Chelsea will not let go is top 4 spot. Say on bet now on your bosses in the Chelsea team top 4, not top 4 on count. It's going to spark serious controversy. And it's everything that the sporting directors will do to make sure say the players that will help them in that regard will get it done. It's Chelsea were trying to do everything to get Aaron and Semeno. And on the 3rd of January, I think by China, they will start training with a team. On almost start here training now. The plan is to get him in there. So Maresca Shenas or pay. Nini may be on the ball, near aggression, we did some things he likes about him. Definitely he's going to start him and then wait till games and see. So wait mama more time to Wesley Fofana to prepare, because Maresca didn't mention when he's going to return. Obviously, Abrante Fernandes de Sassi on the best for that role. I just told you how teams are targeting him. See, right after the game, I went to tweet. Say the lack of aggression at Real CB or no. It's something that Liam Bilab and Karen McKenna really prepared for. It's like they worked on it. So okay, sadly with the bit I exploit it. It's him push you, him force you to make mistakes or make sure. And if you look at how the first goal came about, it was similar to that. Again, the first goal again, I was so disappointed in the recovery run of Axel de Sassi, and that's why I don't think Enzo Maresca should have even played him in the first place. But I only try to explain to you in the thinking of Enzo, Axel de Sassi in the right hand channel, and why he wanted to play him, the effect of playing him, why in the long term he believes that you say Axel de Sassi inside area, and all of those things. You see, in December alone, Chelsea have won 9 matches. And in that 9 matches, 5 of some matches, Chelsea, every year. I think it was 6 of them. Then the last 3 are lackluster. For me, we will be all of a sudden all criticizing Enzo Maresca. I look at you with a side and eyes that maybe you don't know what you're saying. Yes, certain decisions were wrong, but it doesn't mean all of a sudden Enzo Maresca can imagine. I mean, life comes at you too quickly. A couple of weeks ago, Chelsea were flying. Now all of a sudden, 3 games on a bounce, Chelsea any issues, and people are saying, oh, okay, Maresca and Konyari. It's not like that. Mistakes have gone on. Yesterday, if you look at the game, total dominance of match, anyhow, Chelsea a ball game now. You clearly can tell that Chelsea dominated the game. Of course, like I've always said, nobody cares about how many times I will dominate games. And I said, time I only have ball possession inside my man, Obi and Fahon. But then really, you are talking about the context of the game and how teams can be good or not good, how teams affect teams, that is important. And now, like I said, the worst decision was to play Abrante Fernandes de Sassi, especially in the absence of an aggressor. Lots of opinions are having a lot of opinions, 3 games alone, Antony and shaping the Chelsea future. I think that there is more to it, and that's why Chelsea would have to make quick changes, find a lot of results, and I think that Chelsea would have to do all. Chelsea have been found out, or Maresca have been found out against low blood. Chelsea created the better exits. I mean, somebody can say that Chelsea unlucky, and they are not wrong, because they created the most chances, had loads of the ball. Yes, Maresca made mistakes or match anymore, but then again, you understand. Again, one key thing that people do not realize tactically that affected Chelsea in the game is that, see, you don't get the best out of Marco Correa when you play him out wide. It's something that people should get. Marco Correa, any of the touchline Hagen fullback who goes in there, goes to the byline and then does overlapping and cross. Marco Correa's best bet is to underlap. Now underlap here, 2 things happen. 1, he is able to disrupt the shape of the opponent. Now Chelsea and ball, Joao Felix. Now Felix will always come short to come and receive the ball in the left half space. Now when he receives the ball in the left half space, nobody is underlapping to open up the space over there. You're asking Joao Felix, Correa to keep the weight. Felix will always come short, and nobody's criticizing him. I think he was good yesterday, Joao Felix, but he doesn't underlap, and he affects the team's dynamics to a very large extent. Then away from that, you look at the conversation of Abrante friend Joao Felix also, the fact that he doesn't underlap, like I'm saying. Also, You go on and you go and talk about the fact that say Marco Crea airborne in the left house business or and allowing now. Or no leading the press and counter press. A lot of the balls he has to come from out wide, come inside to come and press. It's he covers a lot of distance. These things are too large. And that's why, yes, people are saying say Enzo Maresca probably is overcomplicating Yoma by going straight into a 3-1-6, and Chelsea should start from the 3-3-4 and then try and retain possession more, circulate more before they break things down. See, Ipswich came to come and press. Immediately they go and go. It went into automatic 5-4-1. Then Chelsea became their own issue. See, in the second half, time at Chelsea sustaining pressure for almost 6 minutes. And the Chelsea was a match now. You could tell now catcher was say, go neighbor. Then Axel Disasi gets the ball. And again, you almost Axel Disasi again several times. Move the ball back. Doesn't find his player, then gets the job done. And for me, the recovery one also from Levi Cole and Axel Disasi were seriously problematic. And I think that there was an issue over there. And now, ball possession, Ipswich 24%, Chelsea 75%, expected goals 2.0 for Chelsea. Chelsea created more chances. Apart from some match, maybe a Everton match and Chelsea and Shanahan creative match. But then Fulham same. But all individual mistakes over the big chances 4 on the part of Chelsea. Total shots 20. Goalkeeper saves no 4-4 on both sides. So definitely, you can't tell me say Enzo Maresca has gone in there and he has been fun. Sanchez saves the second goal, and we have confidence after that. If he was the one starting, stuff like that is why you always miss what you always miss. You never notice till he's not there. And of course, the importance of Robert Sanchez, not to take anything away from Philly Jorgensen, but the shot stopping of Robert Sanchez again is very important. It's our second goal now. He goes down quicker and saves it. And it builds Chelsea's confidence, especially even in the first penalty in the corner. It's very important. It's likely that Abrante friend or Robert Sanchez saves it, and then Chelsea grows in confidence in that like that. But one other thing that also people are not seeing that I saw, and this morning I've watched the game again, and they said, see, Chelsea boys number. I think that they are very much fatigued there. I mean, these guys have not played at this level for a very long time. And when I've seen people say you can't have this squad depth and be tired. But again, you have to understand that these players are not played at this level of intensity. Cole Palmer before now, just last season, I know about this number of matches. Noni Madueke, he wasn't the regular starter. All of these guys consistently, they're having issues. You see, the accumulated fatigue is there. I mean, when we had this break from work, consistently, I can feel, so wow, I was actually tired. And the accumulated fatigue is there. It's beginning to take a toll on them. Not so much more to it. Also, 1st December for Maresca, I think that it happens. These Decembers now, I mean, the December came when English Premier League, it was always going to happen. Line up, no need here, physical left centre back to deal with Neymar Honor, but then that didn't happen. I think that is okay. Chelsea really would have to bounce back in the next set of games now if they want to get the results over the OTA. Enzo Maresca after the game, Maresca said, we expected this kind of moment in this season. It's almost impossible to have a season without this. Not anyone in this room expected us to be where we are, but in the last game so far, we have been competing consistency and being up there with the best teams in England. We have to be satisfied with where we are, but need to improve. I like the last part talking, emphasizing on the fact that Chelsea would need to improve in Omoni, maybe Omoni. Of course, in the last few games at Chelsea, Chelsea last 3 games, 0-0 against Everton, 2-1 loss against Fulham, and then of course 2-0 loss in 3 games. Chelsea has just 1 goal, and it's really a bad spell, a bad patch for Chelsea Football Club in there. And of course, you worked on him. So obviously, Chelsea would need the arrival of Aaron and Silmino to come in for him to come and help change a lot of things for the club, because obviously at RCB1 Chelsea are really, really struggling over there in there. And see, we wait to see how that one goes on over there in the next few days and then weeks, and the next few days over the weekend. Chelsea go back again to go and play another game. Our English Premier League game. A lot of the games so on. Chelsea would have games to go on and then play, and then we'll have all of that conversation in terms of Manchester as a Chelsea. It's me, Bonnie, did the home come out. Of course, another match now. It wasn't a good one at all for Chelsea Football Club, and then obviously, another match, of course, with Chelsea. LUC by 2-0. Manchester United also did lose their game against Team Inferno, Newcastle. Not a good one for Ruben Amorim and then Branty, and it's been a very tough time. And I've said it several times. See, the squad at Manchester United doesn't suit Ruben Amorim and any team. No. He plays in a 3-4-2-1 shape, and none of them is even an inside 10. The inside 10 should be able to be physical to hold that play and also should be technical enough to run channels. Like, he needs fullbacks, he needs wing backs that can jump to go and press and also have the intensity to get back into in shape. It's important that the things that we've been about now. I mean, before Manchester United, over Manchester United, no, I call 11 games in Europe. He had not lost a single one of them. You can't tell me that this guy doesn't know what he's doing. You can't tell me that he's a bad manager. The profile at Manchester United in the players now, they don't work in that system. And United need, like I've said, United need 2 or 3 transfer windows unless they can go as aggressive as Chelsea did. And that's where we United need to criticize what Chelsea were there. Now you begin to understand why Chelsea really fast-tracked their process of rebuild. It was not going to be easy. They had to be aggressive. They had to be unconventional to be able to get our results. And yes, Chelsea were not going to be able to get to the point where they were not. Of course, like I've said, Manchester United, and that's what they need to do. They need to change things. They need to work hard on certain things. And now, Leandro Martinez was jumping for an air ball against what's his name, Bruno Gamerash. What's going to happen? I mean, the CCB, this diminutive. Yes, we've spoken about height and stuff like that, but in balls like this, you need also protection at the back. Of course, this weekend, in 2025, first game at Chelsea, Myanmar 2025 is going to be against Team Friend Crystal Palace. Then Chelsea play in the FA Cup against Morecambe. Then Chelsea going to play against Bournemouth to start the next set of games. Now, officially, you do halfway through the season, and Chelsea are fourth. Chelsea against Wolverhampton Wanderers, Man City, Chelsea, West Ham United, Brighton, and Chelsea, Aston Villa, Southampton, Leicester City, Arsenal, and the games goes on there over there. We wait to see how all of those games will do pan out over where Barcelona. The sad bit is that still Barca have still not been able to register branch FN in Dani Olmo. Still, Dani Olmo hasn't been able to register for FC Barcelona. And it's not a good sight. I'll try to explain to you. Nintia Barca have won a struggle to register branch FN in Dani Olmo as it stands now. See, you look at Barca for now, the biggest issue is their finances. And why do I say this? So, what Barca for in recent times? Matches are almost every time in recently. They have needed Dani Olmo or Fiifi-Manfred. Now, almost absence and as I say, Barca for register, it's really going to affect them in the sense that now, if you want to explain everything that comes with Barca issues registering Dani Olmo, I need to that Barca registering now. Now, La Liga 4 2 registering windows. One that's for players in the summer and one for players that you buy in January. Now, so already you start auto player in the summer, you can't come and register them in January. It doesn't happen like that. Now, Barca were able to register Dani Olmo because of the injury of Andreas Christensen. So, about kind of Christensen at ACL. So, it's going to be out for a long time. So, about 80% of our salary now gets on the man Andreas Christensen. They renegotiated that. Decided to put Dani Olmo's name there because, of course, that Christensen is moving. Now, Dani Olmo have played the game up to now. Barca, Christensen is returning. There's also Paulo Victor. Paulo Victor is part of the junior team, so they could go on and then register him, which is very important. Now, registration is temporary up to the 31st of December. So, that kind of registration because they play a favor. On the 31st of December, you should have raised funds by then. Send me a bit to my register player and now, Barca any Dani Olmo or contract clause or contract team. Dani Olmo says, so when my register by January, he can leave. Now, when you look at all of those things, and that's what Barca are trying to do, to try and make sure somebody register branch friend Dani Olmo because he's an important player to them. So, in the last few days, maybe Catcher say, Barca are trying to sell VIP seats or Spotify company or redeveloping to raise around 100 million to be able to register Dani Olmo. So, the movie to 1:1. Now, as it stands now, I say, now Barca in teaming years. Now, what Barca have done is that they've sent the proposal to the La Liga financial team, and say, yes, he needs kind of a but this is your plan to be able to register a bunch of friend Dani Olmo or your team because he resists carefully. Now, I can say Barca, La Liga financial team will agree with FC Barcelona, said they will accept to register a bunch of friend Dani Olmo, our Barca team or team. We wait to see so a bunch of friend Dani Olmo, Barca for a bit to register and also team register. Obviously, one it's important. The Chelsea is going to be post-match analysis stream. Of course, everything I'm seeing about the issues of Abrantia, your friend Wesley Fofana, and then stuff like that is very important over there in terms of that conversation. Anyway, the analysis thing now, basically, a Liverpool fan is calling me, so I pick up. I'll pick up on the show. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you. Bye-bye.